benign. Nice.
And we have a nice reminder from our viewer that we are actually doing a 15th anniversary swag campaign. You have probably about a week left to purchase your 15th anniversary Nautilus designed shirt or hoodie or youth shirt. And that link is right on our homepage, and you can do that. And this is your only chance to get this beautiful design to help us celebrate 15 years of ocean exploration.
How long does it typically take the ship to get up to speed? Not long. I'm just like, I don't want to drive like, you know, a million miles away from the sediment trap.
Hmm.
Sure. Okay, sounds good.
How long is this sediment trap that we're covering? How long has it been down there? Do we know?
I do not know the answer to that question. At least a year, if not more.
So
It looked pretty clean for a sediment trap.
What's that?
It looked pretty clean for a sediment trap that had been down there a while. A lot of times they're kind of covered in sediment.
Scuzzy.
And other things growing on it. But yeah, it looked relatively clean. Oh, we double checked. So
that would be a boo-boo.
the ones we deployed did not have flags. So this one does have a flag. And we also, verified position a couple times, I think. Because the other one, the new one, wasn't actually that far away. So the thought did cross our mind. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, somebody from shore is letting us know that the sediment trap was deployed June 29th, 2023.
There you go.
Wow.
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Which sediment trap? The one we just recovered?
Mm-hmm.
Let me fact check.
Ooh, we've got our data. Fact checking.
One currently floating in the ocean, not almost recovered. Never count your chickens. Never count your sediment traps before they're landed.
Do not enumerate your poultry.
Enumerate your poultry.
All All right, so what did they say the deployment date of that sediment trap was?
June 29, 23.
Ah, okay. Well, my official deployment date is the 10th of July, 2023. So let me check if the person in the chat may have looked at the temporary position. Let me check. Yep. Yeah, so that sediment trap was first deployed the 29th of June, 2023, and then it stayed down there for a little bit while we did some other operations, and then we came back, and when we dove on it, we were able to move it into the desired position, very similar to how we did it this year.
Right.
So we deployed the new sediment trap here early on in the expedition, and then just within this last dive, which was a long dive, so probably sometime yesterday, we moved it into its final position. So
Right.
when we're doing the metadata for that, we considered that first deployment until it got to the final position moved by the ROV as sort of like a temporary spot.
Right.
So we've tracked that and kept that in our system, but it's that final deployment when it was moved to the desired spot that we consider the deployment date.
Yeah. So like pre-deployment and
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, I think it's on a timer for when it collects data, so I don't think it would have collected any data during that
No, I think
temporary
it's
time.
like 2 weeks or something. I remember Steve saying.
Yeah, so I don't think it would have collected any data during that time,
Yeah.
but we do track that just in case it does.
And that is the importance of our data stewards, everybody. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you can let Mike know we have this basket on the porch that's only being held by the arms. And we have a dangly loop of cable, which shouldn't be that long.
I just found out who it was that gave you that information. It was our data stewardship operations team lead, Mitch, and he did use the first temp site for that comment.
Well, hello, Mitch. Thank you for participating.
I don't see a reason to come onto the deck, like over the rail, hot. Because the crap is already off and the Magnum will just hold. Or
Sorry,
the,
say again. You were too quiet.
I don't see any reason that we need to come over the rail hot, like with power on.
Yeah. No.
I think we can shut it down as we normally would.
Yeah, that seems right. Orion's not going to do anything. It's got a lock on its shoulder, right?
It's all locked out, yep.
Craft's
So-
not going to do anything.
It's already off, so yeah. I think we can just go power as normal, just let them know that we have these not totally secured items.
Sounds good.
If the craft is holding on and we wanna keep holding on to it, then we would keep the power on more until we got over the rail, and then we can secure it. I think in this case, it doesn't matter. It's just resting, so the hydraulics are off and it's just kind of like resting on it. Yeah.
And like the wrist will, if you take power off of it, the wrist is not locked and it'll just rotate down. But right now it's the wrist. We want the wrist to rotate down and hold everything in place. It's for the jaws, which don't have a lock, that we need the.
But the Orion is hydraulically locked, whether the power is on or off. We have a short loop of cable, so the Orion is holding one end of this blue cable in the jaw, and then it's just looped down and then turns to this oily and comes up, and the connector's in the basket. So it's just a loop of cable, a short loop of cable, Shouldn't be too long. And also, we don't care if the cable gets damaged. It's the connector that they're. So if if the Herc happened to land on it or whatever, it doesn't matter. But it looks like it should be okay.
Yep. So we're going to be turning off our chat box for questions so our team can focus on the recovery. But thank you everyone for joining. You're welcome to, of course, listen in as we continue speaking live on SPL. And we'll have our chat box back open during our next dive. So keep an eye out for that, either on our status on nautiluslive.org, or you can look for dive alerts on our Facebook or Instagram stories or on Twitter.
You're going to come, I'll stop on the winch in 5 meters. I'm just going to keep going. I'm about 10 meters behind, so.
That's 50 meters, I'll stop.
Deck control, we're all stop 50 meters on the winch.
Just tilt your camera.
All stop 50 meters on the winch.
Yep.
Bridge, back deck, permission to go ahead and recover the ROVs. Charlie to recover.
Video, can we adjust the mid cam to be a little more aligned with the ship?
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. I think we can stop the mezzos too. We do that again. Thanks.
You okay with lights going off?
Yeah. Thanks.
Control, back deck. I have eyes on Hercules coming up right between the goalposts here.
Roger.
Hercules is starting to trend to starboard side.
Roger.
control back deck. Hercules is 10 meters from the transom.
Roger.
Control deck. Hercules is passing the transom.
Roger.
Control deck. We have Hercules coming out of the water.
Roger
Power
that.
secure.
Power is secure.
Okay, thanks. We could probably stop the ship, hey? Like, and then we're not still driving away.
Bridge control.
Control bridge.
Can we hold position, please?
Holding position.